like I said, I appreciate you guys being here live. I'm just kind of going over my trading between last night, some of the mistakes I made. This probably deserves a YouTube video, but I figured why not turn it into a live stream for everybody in the Discord. This is going to be like a little sneak peek for ASFX TV. ASFX TV is the newest service that we've really kind of been working on behind the scenes to bring to you guys, and it's going to be launching next week. ASFX TV is going to be a monthly subscription to be able to watch me and some of your other favorite well-known ASFX traders trade live every day. Some of the guys are going to be doing backtesting sessions. Some of the guys are going to be doing live trading sessions. There's going to be a lot of value in ASFX TV, and it's going to be updated with multiple live streams every week. So you're not only going to get to watch those streams in the moment and rewatch those streams like later that day, but you're going to also get access to the entire content library that we're going to have posted for you. So ASFX TV is set up to be extremely valuable. It's going to be very affordable because I want everyone to be able to subscribe to this, whether you're in the course or you're not in the course, doesn't matter. I think that this is going to be the new standard as far as like what real trading education can look like. You're going to get value from me. Maybe what I say doesn't resonate with you enough. You're going to get value from Tom and James and Jerome and Dennis. So it's going to be stacked value, which is why I think we're going to make a big impact in everybody's trading. So ASFX TV is coming next week. Make sure you're on my email list. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting about it here in the Discord. I'm going to be posting about it on Instagram. Everywhere we'll know about it when it's launched, but just get excited. It's a very exciting project, and I'm just excited to get some feedback and get you guys in there. So let's talk about Scott's trade really quick. This is, like I said, a trade on oil. So he's looking to trade this overnight as a D1. If you read his notes here, he says using the 1 minute divergence, perfect L50 for shorts, definitely. Another thing to note here, Scott, is like this had a D1 entry right here the day before. So you're like still sticking with that bias, which makes sense. You said you pulled 50% of the trade when the candle closed above the 50 EMA, and then it ended up coming back down. Okay, so I don't hate that idea of pulling it there, but it's so close to your stop loss. I would say, like, if I was in that trade with you, I probably would have been like, yeah, just leave it alone. I'm not that concerned with it. If it stops me, it stops me. If not, it's already almost there. So keep that in mind. But if it makes you feel better to take some off, take some off. And then it ends up falling 1R, which is where you definitely want to be taking profit. 1.5R, closed 3.5 lots. Just missed you. Just missed you there. Okay. What could be better? Daily time frame is long biased. Inside the Asian range, no 15-minute downshift before the entry. Yeah, that is a good note. So you're short here with the 8 EMA above the red 21. So that definitely could be better for sure. If you would have waited, maybe there's an entry here on the 1 minute a couple of minutes later, maybe like 30 minutes later, and that might have been where to go, somewhere over here. A little bit tougher because there's not a clean retest. Okay. The divergence is clear. I like the analysis here. Stop loss at this lower high. Yeah, that is a tight stop. This is the kind of situation where I probably would have just gone with the divergence high just because it's close. So I would have just given it a little bit more space. That might have been a little bit easier than to not close, maybe to hold in for the pullback and just kind of give yourself some time to see if structure will hold. Because in this pullback, you can see it's just retesting the level that it's sat at here. So you don't want to just assume it's going to continue higher. It might retest to move lower since it just broke to the downside. And market sentiment is bearish. So this looks good, Scott. I don't hate the idea. I think everybody could do better managing our trades. It's the hardest part about trading. But I think overall, you read this really well. I just like to see us take some profit on this. That's all. Especially thinking, okay, it's a C setup. I'm in the Asian range. I'm trading against the shift. Let me get something off this. Let me get something out of here. So other than that, I think it's pretty good, Scott. All right, so let's minimize the Discord here. Put you guys away. So let's talk about my trades earlier this week. So I just posted a video on YouTube going over all of my trades up to this week. So you'll see the growth of the 200K challenge. I'm still up on the account after my losses today because I, handled them somewhat okay, but still traded a little heavy. We're going to get into that in a second. First thing, Wednesday, caught this really nice trade on Bitcoin. This was like an A2/A1 entry, the stuff we're teaching in the beginner course. The A2 isn't perfect yet, and that's why I don't have a course or anything like concrete to share about that. But in ASFX TV, I'm going to be showing you all the A2 entries every single week. So you're going to kind of learn with me as I refine the A2 if you subscribe to ASFX TV. That's huge because I know a lot of you guys want to stay up to date with my newest ideas. That's where I'm going to be sharing everything is ASFX TV. So This was a really good trade. I closed 50% of it here as it pushed to like 2R, 3R, and then I got full out here with Tom at 80R. We ripped this one. It was just a really great trade. This was Wednesday. I also had a trade on Wednesday here, an A2 on GJ. I ended up getting stopped in profit. Same kind of thing with Scott's trade. I didn't take any profit when it went 1.7R because I was trading it small, 0.1%. And sometimes my issue has been when I'm trading small, I end up just not following my rules properly, not taking profit. I just locked the stop here instead of taking profit and locking the stop. So that cost me some profit. I definitely could have made a little bit off of this, but that really would have been still small compared to what I lost over the last 24 hours. So yesterday afternoon, I had this trade on Bitcoin. Let me zoom in here so you can see. Trading after my trading hours is something that needs to be added in here. This is at 3:30. So let me just add that in. So I was at the desk working on some stuff for ASFX TV. I saw this A2 entry on Bitcoin, and I went in at about 1% risk. So read my notes. Definitely hit it too hard. Not sure why I sized up. That's what I need to think more on before I finish this review. Maybe it happened to be the day where I was thinking about, stacking. Me and Tom were in the Black Shirt Club, the Kaizen trader, if you don't know Tom. We were talking about stacking 200K accounts the same morning that then later the afternoon I come in and do this. Because it's interesting just seeing that thought about the money slip in and then how quickly it can spiral into something like this. That could be a factor in it for sure. So this first trade, I take the position here on the A2 close. It ends up moving lower. It doesn't stop me out here in the first push down. This is where I moved my stop loss up to. That might make more sense now that I'm talking about this out loud to why the risk reward was off on this. So Tom, if you're ever watching this recap, we were discussing like why was I not out of this trade? Well, first of all, I should have been, but what ends up happening, so I take the long position here. This stop loss was at this pin. The market closed here as I was in profit. The market closes for an hour from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then right as it closes, it pulls down under my stop loss. It comes down to this level, to this pin. It ends up, as you can see, while the market is closed, it bounces back up towards the entry. So when the market opens back up, I'm still in the trade. Then once the market opens up right here, I end up moving the stop to this level right here. And that's where I got tagged out. Now, the reason why I didn't close any here, even though it says 1.72R, is because that's not the original risk reward of the trade. If we pull up Bitcoin, just so we can see it, the original risk reward of this trade, it was right here. It was just barely at 1R right there in that pop. So that explains why I didn't close any of this. It was very quick to get to 1R, and then it turned around on me. And you can see it does rise a little bit here today, but overall this thing has just been very choppy at this level of 43,000. Very choppy for the last 2 days. So I got caught here trying to buy it. I felt like that was still a good read. I think it's just going counter trend that makes it a little bit tougher, right? It is a counter trend A2 because the EMAs are bearish. Higher time frames are more bearish than bullish for sure. So that was the first trade. Again, the hitting it too heavy part, I will still recap and linger on over the weekend for some more analysis. So then I wake up in the middle of the night and I take another position. I buy Bitcoin again here as it's shifting up because I guess I was frustrated with myself for not taking profit and not closing any of that trade and sizing up. I was just a little butthurt. So then, just out of emotion, I wake up and take this position from my phone, which is just really not like me. Like, I normally don't do shit like that. So I think it's that voice of like, okay, I was trying to buy it earlier back here. Now it's still making higher lows. It's coiling up. I know this thing can rip when it coils up. Yeah. Just improper trading. That is not a shift candle. That is not an entry. That's not an A2. That's nothing. That's nothing. So not only is it not an entry, I hit it with, again, 1%. So these are way bigger than what I normally trade, for those of you that don't know. Like, I'm normally, with this challenge, I've been risking 0.2, 0.5, like 0.1, very small. And then for some reason, I decided to go heavier. Again, maybe it was because we were talking about the money, and my brain just got distracted with how much money I can make if I stack a couple of these, because I was so close to finishing. I was up, 5, almost 6%, something like that. So then I take another trade. When I wake up this morning, after getting stopped out on that trade, I get out of bed, and then I try to go short Bitcoin, which is even worse because market sentiment was bullish. It's kind of a shift candle. The stop makes sense if it is the shift candle, but it just completely turned on me because market sentiment has been bullish more than it's been bearish. It is near reset, but it's more bullish than bearish since yesterday. So then I get just destroyed on this one. And with this trade, I was in even heavier, about 1.5%. So sizing up as I'm losing, stupid. I should have been sizing down. So I need to think more on how I can stop myself after this first loss. Assess like, hey, you risked 1%, you lost, stop trading for the day. Like, because I can spiral quickly. It's possible, see, for anybody to hear. Now, there is a fourth trade on GBP USD. I risked 0.5% and it ripped. So now I'm only down 1.5% on the week. I gave back the Bitcoin gain of about 1%, being down 2.5% today on the losers. The GU 1% gain helped, and I mean the Bitcoin from earlier this week helped. Now, if I would have been on the ball, there was a really great entry back here, 2 of them on EuroCAD. You see the A2 signals. That indicator is going to be really helpful to everybody too, and I'll talk to you more about that in ASFX TV. So this signal here I missed because I was up really early, and when I wake up early, it like always throws me off my game. So I just didn't take these entries and I missed money here. So, but I traded okay with the Bitcoin on, what was that? Wednesday. And then yesterday I did not trade until the afternoon, and then the trades overnight last night. And yeah, so still up on the account about 3.5-4%. I have 29 days to finish the challenge. I've got to make 4% in a month. That's very doable. So I just got to revisit my trading plan this weekend. Definitely going to take some time to do that. Revisit the rules and positive kind of affirmations that I read to myself every day. Definitely going to revisit that and get back to that, print that out, and implement a little bit more hard rules on myself. The rules that I tell everybody else to implement, I got to implement back on myself. Now that I made a mistake, I kind of slacked off on my rules because I was trading well, and then it slips, and now you got to back up a little bit. So we step back to come back. That's my mindset. I'm still up on the account, still got plenty of time, and looking forward to passing this challenge. Looking forward to getting up 16K. So we'll push on. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up this weekend. I'll be around doing a lot of work for ASFX TV to get some graphics and emails done for you guys just to get everything set. There's going to be live streams next week. And like I said, we're looking to open up enrollment to ASFX TV coming next week. So just stay tuned, stay on my email, stay on my Instagram, and I'm going to keep you guys updated. I appreciate you so much for the attention. I hope that this has been valuable. I hope that seeing me do the recap has been valuable. You know, here with this GU trade, everybody knows that that's an A1 formation here, that 2 candle. You know, not a great L50. It is a little bullish there, but it's more bearish than bullish. I ended up getting lucky. It ripped through ADR and it paid me nicely. So that really helped me kind of end the week positively. So ends the week positively, not up this week, up overall. So like I said, step back to come back. Let me know if you guys need anything. I will see you Monday.